Today we are making Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes. This is an excellent meal, one of my favorites, and I know you'll enjoy it. Alright, today we are making Salisbury steak with onions and mushrooms and mashed potatoes. And what we're going to need is some ketchup, Old Bay seasoning, Cajun Creole seasoning, cayenne pepper, kosher salt, garlic salt and garlic powder, beef bouillon base accent, Worcestershire sauce, cream of mushroom soup, breadcrumbs, milk, salt, pepper, ground chuck, extra virgin island olive oil, and also onion soup mix, which is not out here yet, but it will be. So we are going to get started on our recipe. Alright, so what we're going to do is get started making the Salisbury steak. We're going to add in 1 egg. To that, we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of milk. Alright, and then we're going to add in our envelope of onion, mushroom, soup mix, our breadcrumbs, we're going to add in some salt, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, Creole seasoning, some Old Bay, a little garlic salt, some accent, Worcestershire sauce, black pepper, right now we're going to add some ketchup. Alright, we're going to mix all of that around. And I have about a pound of ground chuck. I'm just going to throw that in there. I'll mix it around with our hands. Make sure it's fully immersed in our seasoning and our binding ingredients. We want to make sure we get it all infused in this brown chuck so that it's full of flavor. Alright, so now my hands are clean and I'm ready to get them dirty again. But what we want to do, we want to take our meat mixture and we want to pat this out. Now you can shape them like patties, or you can also shape them in a rectangular fashion, like that. Completely up to you. So if you got about a pound of ground beef or ground chuck, depending on how big you make these little steaks, you should get between 4 and 5. Alright, so we have our cast iron skillet smoking hot. Steak down in here. And again, we want it to be super hot because we want it to sear on one side for about 2 minutes, and then we're going to sear it on the other side. Alright, so now we're ready to flip. That's how we want it to look. Strawberry steak. You want it to look like that. Dark, charred on the back. Now we're gonna let the other side get nice and brown. Back here, I have my potatoes boiling because I'm also going to pair these with garlic mashed potatoes. I'm gonna throw in my mushrooms and my onions. I'm also going to add in about a tablespoon of butter. And now I'm going to season these mushrooms and onions. I'm allowing this butter to help to glaze the pan with all those yummy goodness, bits of flavor, but I'm also going to add some more flavor into it. This beef bouillon base, I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of that. I'm going to let this also work to deglaze my pan. Now what we're doing here is we are making a gravy and we're building on flavor. Flavor on top of flavor. With a little bit of salt, pepper first. A little bit of salt. A little bit of red sangria. Now, this is just dry wine. You can use whatever wine you like. Look at that. It's already thickening up. But we're going to let that reduce a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of Creole seasoning to it. Then I'm going to add another layer of flavor by adding in my can of cream of mushroom soup. Nice and creamy. Now I'm adding a little bit of it at a time because I want this cream of mushroom soup to darken up. I want it to take on the color of the mixture that we had in before with the bouillon base and the red wine. Okay. So now I'm going to add in a little bit more. Take a tablespoon of my beef bouillon mix and I'm going to add that to a cup of water. And we're going to thin out the sauce. Not with plain water. We want it to still maintain some flavor. So I'm going to add it in a little bit at a time and work it around like that. Just thinning it down a little bit. What I'm going to do is add our steaks back into the pan. Now, these steaks have flavor of their own, and the flavor of the steak is going to mix into this gravy as well. You can see this plate and all those juices from the steak. We're going to add those to the pot. Okay? And we're going to simmer these steaks for about 30 minutes. I say 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, so while I'm waiting for my Salisbury steak to finish up, we're going to start working on our mashed potatoes. And here, my potatoes are already cooked. They're done. I'm going to add in some butter. of heavy cream. While they're in the pan and the cream is heating up with the butter, I kind of like to just smash them up with knives like that. Okay, so now that I have them smashed up real good, I'm just going to use my little whisk. I kind of like lumps in my potatoes. I do like lumps in my potatoes. I don't like them to be super, super thin and creamy. Hit them with a little bit of salt and pepper. And then I like to put a little pat of butter on the top. Make that little puddle of butter right there. So our potatoes are done. I'm also going to sprinkle a little bit of parsley on the top. Just for color. Our steaks are pretty tender. Cooking away there. And what I've done is I have basted every few minutes. What you want to do, you want to baste that gravy on top of there every few minutes, just like so. All the yummy goodness is at the bottom of the pan. It should be done before you know it. Finished meal. As you can see, there's the mashed potatoes with the butter and the parsley, the Salisbury steak with the mushrooms and the onions and that gravy. I truly hope that you would make and enjoy this meal. That cream of mushroom soup adds an extra layer of flavor. It's creamy, it's good, packed full of flavor, nice and savory. So until next time, peace and blessings. Stay safe out there.